Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're doing well, West. Hello to you. Hello to everybody, anybody else. And before anyone notices anything, yes, I know. I know that this has got some marks and things on it. The issue being that I have washed it a few times, and the marks just don't go anywhere. So I need some other solution. I don't know. Does anybody know any witchcraft or anything that'll help there? But yeah. So I thought, I like cute patches. I could do that. Yeah, I've got my little herbivore thing here. I can go like maybe there. I don't know if I have any other patches, or I have some other badges and things like that. So I mean, if we can like balance, if you like there, it's kind of like just very central, isn't it? Though, because I like it. It's quite a nice top and nice color and everything. And it's like, well, maybe the solution is to find out whatever it is that causes this marking here and just like drench the whole t-shirt in it. So that might be a way to do it. Then it might do like uneven. But then even if it looks like patchy, like almost tie-dyed or something like that, then maybe it'll be more, your eye will be less drawn to this. Maybe your eye is drawn to that because I'm actually pointing it out, but I think it's like fairly noticeable. But I thought if I wore it, because it is cute and I do like it, and then I mentioned that I know that it's there and I've tried to do things about it, then people can look over it maybe. Because I do like the thing that's got the little ruffly bits. Where is it? Ruffly bits on the shoulder. I think actually nice, quite a nice colour in contrast with a Katie. So there is that. I also wanted to show, before starting things, a blank screen. No. I have been doing occasionally some things. I wanted to figure out how to make labyrinths and such. I don't know if there's going to be any easy way to demonstrate this. Let me just see. Maybe I should have thought of this before, but anyway, let's try and look for that. I look for one term and it comes up with another term. But yeah, here we go. When I need to actually make sure it recognises edge here. It's not that one, it's this here. It's what's called a unicursal maze or a labyrinth. And you can see here, this kind of gives some kind of idea of what it is. You kind of go in here and then go around and then around, and there's only like one path going in towards the centre. And that kind of thing. You can like try and follow that if you want. This is not a labyrinth or unicursal maze. This has got more, dead ends and things like this. This looks more like a unicursal maze or labyrinth because it's it doesn't look like it's got any dead ends or anything like that. So basically, that's what what I've been trying to create. Let me see. There's some other people have made things like this. So I tried to do it one way. Let's get rid of the window. Why not? And probably make it easier that way. I tried to kind of do some coding and do it in the brute force way, or a brute force way. And this is the way I came up to do the brute force way of doing it. So what's happening here? This is running slower, just so you can actually see what's happening. But this is the brute force method of doing it. Basically generate every single possibility and then pick out the ones which are labyrinths from it. Unfortunately, this would take a long time. My calculations based on some not so efficient code was about 4,000 years. And then based on a little bit more efficient code, it then got down to about 250 years. Which is obviously not what you want if you want to actually see the results of what you're doing, really. And so basically what it's doing here is it's like, because either these can be walls or no walls, on or off, 1 or 0, you can probably see where I'm going with this. I basically said this wall is one bit of a binary number, this wall is another bit of a binary number, and so on, and these walls here are another bits of binary numbers, like put them all into one long line. So basically each maze is represented by a number, a binary number, but then obviously it can be like holding hands. Well, maybe. Is your name Yorda? Hello, Chaos. But yeah, so basically I pick a random number. It does sound very gay, doesn't it? But basically pick a random number, turn it to binary, and use those 1s and 0s as ons and offs to make walls or not walls along here. But because it's like, what's it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and roughly, let's say it's double that, or let's say it's 50 for the whole thing. It's probably, I think it's maybe 52 is what I've got it set up. I can't actually see. But it's a very big number. Basically 2 to the power of 52 is how many numbers you'd be searching through, and it's like, whoosh, it's quite a big number. I actually have the big number here. I will post it into the chat, actually, that's because I don't know if I can actually say that. That is the big number of mazes you have to search through for this particular grid size. If you make the grid bigger, it's even a bigger number. But yes, 2 to the power of however many walls you actually have in your maze/labyrinth. But yeah, there's a possibility that whilst I've been talking, a labyrinth has flashed upon the screen. I doubt it, because I don't think it's like a large percentage. I mean, I don't know. I haven't figured out. I'm not quite sure how to figure it out. But I don't think the labyrinths are a huge percentage of every maze possible. But yeah, that's the first thing I tried, and it's like, okay, that's going to take longer than my lifetime, so maybe let's not do it that way. So what I found is I found some websites which kind of told you how to make them, and it's basically create a maze, and then, well, it'd be easier if I actually show you here on the screen. So create a maze a bit like this, and the colours are just picked just because to make it easy to tell whether the things I programmed are actually working properly and not. So here we got created a maze, and what we would do is then draw a line right down the middle of each of the paths. So we draw a line where I'm drawing the mouse cursor here up into there, up into here, draw a line across here, a line down there, keep drawing the line around here, and just basically go through all of the paths in the maze and just draw a line right in the middle of them. And then hopefully you might be able to tell that if you've got a line dividing the middle here, in order to get back to where you are, you have to come up here, round and back. And then, going around the corner, because it got like a T junction here, whatever, you'd come up here and around here and down here. So it's like it's following the left or right hand rule of navigating mazes. If you don't know what that is, it's like if you find yourself in a maze that has all its walls connected. It can be a maze, it can be a labyrinth. Well, a labyrinth, it's not that difficult to get out of, because you just follow one direction. If you get to the end, then you get to the end. If you're not, just turn around and go the other way. But if it's actual maze like this here, what you do is just hold on to one of the walls and just follow that all the way around until you get to where you're actually going to. It can be either of the walls. As long as all the walls are connected and connected to the outside, you'll find your way to the exit of the maze and stuff like that. So basically, it's like if you draw a line down the middle of here, it's like it's following one of the hand rules going around there, and so it takes everything. And so basically, you following those rules, you end up going or traversing each part of the maze twice, one going one way, one going the other way. And so basically that's what the labyrinth is doing. Yeah, there's that single path. I don't have the proof of that, but I hope it's reasonably obvious that it's a single path. So what I did after that is then I filled in the gaps. Let's see if this brings up one. Here we go. This brings up one here. You can see they're different sizes because of what I want them to do. It's easier to work with smaller grids if you're just testing things and such like that. It doesn't take as long to do things. But basically, let's see. We start at the cyan here, and we go down here. You can see the background of the maze, or the labyrinth, sorry, is coloured in blue. Here, and it gets lighter and lighter and lighter as it goes to the exit here. And so this is like earlier on the maze because it's a deeper blue, and then it comes in the middle here. It goes to a slightly lighter one, and then here it goes even lighter. Then it goes to almost white at the end of the maze here. So you can just generally see what the path is that it took there. And what happened here is like it just generated one of those mazes which I showed you before, and then drew the line down the middle. This is the line that it drew down the middle, and you may be able to see like this. If this is a block of the original maze here, this will be a next block of the maze, this will be the next block of the maze, and then one down here, one 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 here, and you'll be able to see the line, especially going down here, right down the middle of that path through the maze. So that is what it's done. And then what you do is like you break apart, it's just a loop then, so you can stick the start and end point wherever you want to do. And so just break them apart here is where I've just decided to do it. And then I've kind of just, you can move the endpoints around a bit as well. And I understand how to do it. I'm just trying to program it. So if I get into a certain thing, here we go, it's worked here just for one step, and it should only work for 1 or 2 steps at the moment. But what you can see here is they had the start and the end together here, and you can see like the blue, I haven't changed the background here, so this is where the end would be because it's the lightest colour here, and then it would have gone down here getting darker and darker in colour. It would have come up here and round and there and gone to the darkest colour here. So it's kind of broken down this wall here and then constructed a wall here and then moved the point that was here diagonally over to there. And that's how you can move things around the maze. You just kind of move them diagonally around, and you can probably move them through the walls here and whatever. You have to make sure you do it right, because the way that it's working, it's like if you had a piece of string. Do I have a piece of string to demonstrate with? I should have got a piece of string ready to demonstrate with. Hang on. I have crocodile clips. These might work actually a little bit better than string actually. Let me untangle these just so you can see what I'm talking about. So let us say this is our labyrinth. Obviously, the labyrinth would be slightly more tangled up. Actually, let me quit this because it kind of like it's kind of inefficient code. It's using more processing than it really needs to, and whatever. So let's just go back over to the full camera so you can actually see what I'm doing. So basically, what it does is it obviously the actual labyrinth is more tangled up around itself and such like that maybe like not crossing over itself, but just being tangled into itself and going around every which way and whatever. And then at the start it's like look, it's almost like hand holding or the kissing crocodiles. They can go munch onto each other. So basically you start with that loop, as I said, of the maze, and it kind of like goes around here and like around here and stuff like that. It kind of like twists around and doesn't cross over itself and whatever, and just does a lot more tangles, but it's obviously not so easy to do it in midair and with crocodile clips. But these hopefully going to help me demonstrate. So what I've done is kind of like break it apart. So now you've got a start and end point of the maze or labyrinth and stuff like that. And what you do, like topologically, not actually to do with the actual geometry of the maze, but theoretically, in a more generalized way, what you do is you take the end of the maze or the start of the maze. It could be any end, but I'm just going to call it the end because it's an end, but at this end, and it's called the end. And what you do is you clip it or attach it to somewhere in the middle, like this. And then what you do is you take this bit here and you cut it Obviously, I'm not going to do this with the actual crocodile clips, but you cut it there, and hopefully you'll be able to see that once you come down here, this bit's cut over here. So you come down here, come down what used to be the end, and then come back around here to where the end actually is, like that. And so then you can keep doing that as many times as you want, because after you've, you know, attached it to, say, maybe there, then cut it over here, and then like unraveled that, you still get like once again a line again, which you can then clip and, you know, move around the endpoints to your heart's content, or mostly to your heart's content. Because I hope you can see that there's a part here, you know, obviously, as I said, what we do is we like cut it here, but what we don't want to do is cut it in the wrong place. We don't want to cut it here, because then we'll just end up with pretty much the same maze that we had. It would just be like, you know, labyrinth that we had. We would just have, you know, all that cut back into the exact same shape that it was. And I hope you'll see also that we don't want to cut it here either. That would create a different problem. As you can see, it would have basically a start and end point here, and then we'd have a loop separate to everything else there, and that's obviously not what we want to do. So there's, you know, this is what I'm kind of wrestling with the code at the moment, and trying to figure out, you know, how do I figure out where it can connect to down the line? How do I figure out which end it should cut in the actual, you know, code and stuff like that? And it's just like, it's I think I've got an idea of how to do it, but it involved, you know, I don't know if people who watch do a lot of coding or whatever, but even though you think, oh, it's logical, there'd be one way to do it, each person kind of brings their own kind of style of programming to it. If you don't know much about programming languages, you know, you have multiple languages because there's multiple different ways that people like to do things. And yeah, some people, and it's not just, you know, whether they get in more detail or whether they like a more broad approach to things like that. It's also about how things are structured, you know, because it's like how the memory is accessed and thought of being accessed and all that kind of thing. It's very complicated to get into all the different types of programming language and their differences and why they're different and stuff like that. But yeah, I won't get into that here. This is not about that. But yeah, so I'm working my way through making this. Oh gosh, you can't see it now. Making this, you know, kind of move these endpoints around a little bit to different places within the thing here. Obviously, I could split it wherever I wanted to. Like I could have split it here, now the start and end here instead, and then move them around from there. But you know, it's easy to start like at 0, 0. Or as close to 0, 0 as you can, which is what this coordinate is at the top here. And so, you know, it just kind of makes it easier with the numbers. You don't have to do complicated things most of the time. If you start at 0, 0 and just do things from there, then you can like generalize things after that. But yeah, I think that is the waffle that I wanted to do. Hopefully next time I stream, hang on, where's my pointer gone? There's my pointer. Hopefully next time I stream, I'll be able to give you a little bit more of update on what exactly I've been doing with that. But yeah, I think that's all. We don't have any tea to drink. It seems like, you know, I should be doing something now. What should I be doing? But no, we don't have any tea to drink, so we might as well get on to the game, which is going to be here, which is currently looking very, very blank. No, there it is. But if I take this thing here and say that, there we go, we will have a picture, and I want to do this here, and then do not have any sound. Does somehow break the sound by doing something? Yeah, it has a little cutscene thing. Oh no, the sounds back and everything. But yeah, we saw this little cutscene at the start last time. So here we go. If you just like continue, I've found some settings which hopefully should, you know, get rid of the weird border on the one side. It was like kind of down here and then across there of the screen and whatever. Should get rid of that that border, and hopefully should make the actual game just a little bit more sharp and stuff like that. I think maybe you can see it might look a little bit clearer right now. And also what I kind of have noticed, I don't think it's important to the actual game here. It's not that one. Game. Gosh, I've got so many things open here. I've got, what have I got? It's not on Forza, it's not on another game, it's not on a game. Oh gosh, where is this? Let's just try blanking things out just to see if it is actually one of these. And it's just, no, it's not going to be that one. Oh gosh, do I put on Dizzy? No, I haven't put on Dizzy. Oh no, it'll be on, well, it should be on that one, surely. No, it wouldn't be on that one, would it? Oh gosh, where is it? It's on this one, or this one, or game window. Oh no, I need to, I don't know where it's finding. Oh no, I'm pressing the wrong one. That's a view. That's visible and not visible. I'm sorry about this. I'm trying to get rid of the border from around the outside, but it's not another game. It's not a game. It's not Dizzy. Strangely enough, it's not RetroArch. Is it Wonder Boy? No. Is it Half-Life? No. Is it Game Window? It's Game Window. That's the one it is. Okay. Oh, gosh. I probably need to label things a little bit better. So where's the actual edge? I should probably not do it 2 edges at a time, should I? I should probably just... Hang on. If I do it full screen, I should be able to chop it down a little bit. Hopefully nothing important appears. I think things do appear right at the edge of the screen. Some organisation may be needed, indeed. But let's see, that can go over here a bit. I think if you can push like across, no. That's not how it works. There's ways and doing things. That's not it either. I hope I haven't broken something by doing that. But yeah, let's do this. So I don't think we need the bit of the border around the outside. And then maybe if other games do need it, then hopefully I don't forget to turn it back on and such. But Eco, we got there. About 27 minutes. Yorda's got bored of waiting around. Come on, Eco, get up. You know how she gets herself into trouble. Where are you off to? Are we going down here? Look, grab my hand. Come this way. But yeah, hopefully you can see like the stairs here a little bit sharper. I think he's got like a shadow effect on him as well, which is a little bit more actually on him. Where are we going, Yorda? There's a thing here, is there? Okay, there. Oh, I seem to have been going down there. Let's try that again. I think it, I know I can see it. Is there another one over here? It's probably symmetrical, yes. Yorda, I don't think I can ask you to stand on a button, can I? I don't have that kind of, those kind of commands. So, there's a block over here. I can do that. Strong little kid, huh? Oops. That doesn't work. There we go. That goes down. And then I think I go here. And it opens the door. Excellent. Does it close the door? Yeah, I thought so. I definitely don't want to leave Yorda behind. So where do I find something else to put on there? Hmm. I don't know if it's going to be up the stairs or anything like that because... Yeah, I don't know if you can push the blocks down the stairs. Oh no, it's not the right button. There we go, that's the button I was looking for. So... Any more blocks through here maybe? You order any ideas? You like pointing at things? Can you point at something else for me? Because, yeah, I don't think I can take this out here now. Hang on, if you are going to stand still, hang on. If you stand there, let me see if I can find something to open things. There's a lever or something in here. Hopefully she doesn't get kidnapped. Okay. Anything further back here? I don't think there'd be anything in the pit that I need to... No, we need to get her over here. Come on, onto that, thank you. Yeah, I think there's a little else to do out here. Let me just check on her. You being kidnapped at all? Oh, she's not there. Where are you? Come back here, you. Back on the button. Let's see if we can. Thank you. Maybe there's somewhere up that ladder. I guess I want to stay near the front, so maybe up the chain. Aha, we can go out. I don't like leaving her alone. Ah, here we go. Yorda, where are you? Yeah, look out below. Hang on, I got... How do I... Hang on. No, that's not the button. Which is the button? Which is the button I need to press? Is it that one? It's that one. There you go. I hope that didn't rub on you. There's a door over here. Oh, okay. Yorda, I heard that. Oh gosh. Where are they taking you? Over there. Okay. Where are you going? Eco, please. Out of the pit. If you can have a little bit of self-preservation skills here, please, Yorda. Oh gosh, up we get, Eco, up we get. Where are you going? Up, down, there, okay. We're going towards the pit, okay. Out of the pit. Give him all the smack. Hang on. Hit. Hit with stick. There we go. That's the button. Hit with stick button. Hit with stick. Gosh. Where are you going? Oh, still up there. Uh-oh. Yep, yep. Getting there. Yoda, 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 yoda. Yep. Up we get, Eco. Up we get. Dang it. Up we get. Let's get out of this corner here. It's a good job we don't have friendly fire on, isn't it? Come on. There you wanna. Oh gosh. Leave her alone. Hang on. We found this way was pretty good, didn't we? Let me run back and swing at them. Dang it. I need like a bow and arrow or something. Where are you going? Over there. Okay. Dang it. Eco, try swinging in the right direction. Oh, there's another one of you. Where did you get to? To run around with a Yoda, holding hands. Gosh, right. Gosh dang it. Gosh, they ran away, Yoda. Come on, let's go over here. Try and find them. Looks like they're coming out of the pit. Come on then. They're a little bit tricksy, they are. Hang on. Let's try some different tactic here. Did we get him, Yoda? Spooky thing disappearing? Yep, spooky thing is disappearing. Ah, right, my block. Oh gosh, calm down there, Eco. Watch out, Yoda. Jeez. As I said, no self-preservation skills in that girl whatsoever. through we go. Now, you and me, we need to go over here. And we need to get to those doors somehow. Well, I know I can get up there, but I'm guessing I'm going up there. So you're coming as close to me as possible. Come on, up here. Up here, please. Yep. And you might as well stand around there because there's not much you could do up here. Oh no, she's climbing up anyway. I did see there was a door. Hang on. Over that way, but that was over this way. Anything of interest? No, no doors over there. Let's go through here then. Wait, what? Calling out the window? I mean, out there. Is she down there? She is down there. No monsters are kidnapping her at the moment. That's okay. I'm up here. Oh dear, this looks dangerous, doesn't it? Hang on. Let's have a look along. Okay. Maybe we need to drop down here. Hi. You found something? Oh! Watch out! It's not safe there. You found something, have you? I just gone the awkward way around for no reason. Oh. Let me have a look then. I see there's a chain there, but I'm not exactly sure. Gosh, there's a ladder going. Oh gosh. We are going to have to go up there, but I'm not sure exactly. And she seems to be making a noise down there, doesn't she? Let's see what Yorda wants. Maybe that's an important part to all this. Okay, where are you? You're over there, are you? Well, what is it over here? Some pots. Okay. Pick them up too. Throw them. Hang on. Pick it up. Smash it. Is this what we're supposed to be doing, Order? I have a hard time believing that it is. Gosh, the camera really doesn't want to be my friend here. What did you see, Yorda? It's rocks, maybe? I don't know. Maybe... oh gosh. Maybe it wasn't anything. Let's go back. Oh. I was going through up here. Maybe she was like pointing up at what I was already going to. I don't know. I mean, really, there's that chain there, which I imagine I'd have to jump to from over there, but I don't... It does look very, very risky, doesn't it? Hey, let's go around again. Where is eco? It'd be good to get like an eco eye view. I don't know. That's options and back. It's not going to be it. Maybe if I jump up here and just like wiggle along instead of going down, it's going to kind of indicate that I can go over instead. Because, gosh. Maybe instead, if I pull myself up here, I can jump to the ladder. There we go. Now it might be indicating the chain, but... oh, it is indicating the chain, isn't it? There we go. Oh, apparently some kind of lever. Fancy. Look at that, Yoda. Isn't that neat? Wait a minute. I don't have to go all the way back around, do I, Yoda? Yoda? I thought this was going to be like nice and be opening up a shortcut and... ah, gosh. Well, let's go down. Wonder if I can like... no, I don't think I can swing on the rope. Oh, hello, Yoda. Right. On our back, I guess. Not that way. By the way, West, are you still watching at the moment? Oh, you are. How familiar am I with Link to the Past? Is that the SNES one? But anyway, I was going to ask you, West, is Starly around at the moment, or if you know, identity is a secret, or not identity? Her location is a secret. Then obviously you don't have to tell me, but so I can't jump for that now. I'm guessing I want to go up here. Out getting an education. I was wondering, because I do remember that being, oh gosh, a thing. Oh gosh. Maybe... I don't think I can jump for... oh gosh. This doesn't look good, does it? Actually, I've just had a thought. I was under the impression that we'd have to lift up another part. Actually, hang on. Oh, I can't. I can't, can I? I was kind of under the impression that I'd have to lift up another part. But it's already, oh gosh, lifted up, isn't it, there? I was wondering, no, wrong button again. Can I maybe just kind of drop without dying? No. Oh no, how far back has that put me? Oh no. Yoda, I have a bad idea. I didn't think it was going to be that far down. I think we should have saved Yoda. And you should have been like, hey, clumsy, you know. What I think you should do before doing all that is, well, at least we know what to do now. So I was expecting both of those bits to need levers or something to move them and that kind of thing, but it's like I didn't. I only needed one thing to move. Speedrun time. Well, I doubt it'll be that. Yorda, my, I guess, friend, come here. Stand on a button. No, Yorda, please. Please. Yorda, Yorda. There, get in the pit. Right. The thing is, I don't really have much of a knack with fighting the demons, I guess. So speedrun is optimistic. Thank you. Where are you? Oh, yeah, they're coming. Yorda, Yorda, come with me. Oh gosh. You stay away from her, you demons. Oh gosh. Up we get, up we get. Why the question about Link to the Past? They are very neat. Ugh, I wasn't quite sure if you'd be a fan of them, you know, being that you don't like spiders, but... It almost sounds like you're saying au revoir. It's like, oh well, guess you're going down in the pit. And that was... They made it easy for me, didn't they? Come on, where are the rest of you? If you can all be as nice as that one. Come on, I know you're around here somewhere. Yeah, scary pit still. I'm not familiar enough with Link to the Past for that. I'd have to play it. I've started playing it, you know, a number of times. Never actually got through it, so maybe that's the stream thing. That doesn't count as a penny jar. I don't know if you're trying to trick me into that, but... Okay. Looks like we're safe here, Yorda. You just stay there. Yorda! Okay, fine. Ugh. You know, I kind of feel bad for saying it here, Yorda, but I think maybe your mum was maybe a little bit right in keeping you locked up. You don't have the best self-preservation skills. Okay, yeah. Oh, no, over. Oh, watch out. Eco! Don't do that again. In fact, yes, West. Apparently we can phase through each other. Yorda. 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 I fell down there, Yorda. Please. Don't mock me. Thank you very much for reminding me. I did just think of that after nearly falling to my death. But that was actually reasonably speedy compared to the last time. I know we're just nodding off here, Yorda, but please. Yes, let us save. Let's go back to number 1 here. So, Yoda, how about telling me about your mum? How did you get into making her like castle a puzzle labyrinth? Huh? How did that begin? I mean, was she doing that when you were born, or was she doing that afterwards? Or I don't know if you can tell on the stream whether the game is looking, a little sharper than it was before. Apparently, partially it was my fault for not having it at a standard or double resolution. And I can tell that the difference is rather. Obviously, you're looking at 720p, aren't you? So from here, you see that bit goes up. We do need to get across there somehow, though. That is a slight concern. I don't think I can jump that. Oh gosh, too far. Can Eco climb up cracks? Don't know. And we can't drop off there. We found that out. I'm half thinking yeah, I knew there was a way to do this. Obviously, this is going the wrong way about it. But I knew there was a way to do this. Or at least I half remembered that there was a way to do this. And by the way, might I say, these chains are looking pretty good for the PS2. You'd have thought they might have just gone for a flat texture, but it doesn't look like they have. Go! Oh, of course. Of course. Did we expect any less? Oh my gosh, there's loads of things around here. Ooh, there's a bear one. Oh gosh. You leave her out of this. She's not... Gosh, this is a sticky situation. Gosh, leave me alone. I want to save my friend from drowning in a pit of monsters. They're almost Muppet-like, aren't they? Okay, Yoda. Yoda, I've got to learn. I've got to teach you how to use the word no thank you. I do not wish to be kidnapped today. Oh gosh. Wow. Unplanned dive in there, but it was very dramatic. Gosh, up we get. No, leave her alone. Oh. Give your a gun, yes. Now there we go. No, 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 leave her. Leave her be. It's not a dolly for you to take away. Oh, Yoda. Oh gosh. Dang it, up we get. Leave her alone. Jeez, will they not? Just leave her alone. Leave Yoda alone. Okay, yeah, gotta climb up at some... Okay, you did. There we come. You lot can just go away. Right, where are they? They're all down there, Yorda. I turn my back and then jump, surprise! Oh gosh. If you're going to kidnap her and drag her down here, it'd be mightily handy if you would do such a thing. How you doing, Yorda? You're just looking at the little guy, are you? Cool. You made a friend, have you? You got a pet? Oh, that's so sweet. I think I need to actually... I don't know if it's house trained. Yorda, we're jumping down in the pit again. Come on. No time for going ooch and ouch and all that kind of thing. Got some running around to do to bait monsters. There we go. Hey, these monsters can duck. Who taught the monsters how to duck? Now that I wasted my time doing that. Yep, things are fizzling out. Now that we've done that, we can get back to this, and I hope no more come. This isn't a fast operation, you know. Yorda, if you wouldn't mind. You can do it. There we go. You and your ball joints of steel. Yeah, we're going through here, aren't we? Right, what do we have out here? The windmill! I remember the windmill. I like windmills. Ooh, big reflective pool there. Me and Yorda just chilling out. Can I have a little picnic here in front of the windmill. Now, I think this is the point where, if you have or have played the North American version of this, this is going to be different. When I was actually playing this for the first time, I couldn't quite figure out what I was supposed to do, or how to do what I thought I was supposed to do. And so I had to look it up in a guide, but of course those guides were using the North American version, and they said just go over it. And it's like, it's not that easy, game. Can't figure out exactly, but then I realised there was a version difference. Because the North American version was like rushed out slightly. Yorda, where are you running off to? Some birds and everything out here. It's very nice. I'm going up here, are you, Yorda? There's something interesting up here. Ah. Methinks I'm going on a bit of a climb to pull a lever. So you just wait here, and then I've got to remember or figure out what it is that I do here. Because yeah, as I said, the North American version was kind of like rushed out slightly, and then the European version came out, and the Japanese version came out just a little bit later than that. I want to climb up. I think maybe Yorda's watching. She's got a phone out ready to capture the moment. I mean, really, she's just waiting for me to fall on my ass, but oh, no, that's not what I want to do. No, that's not it either. Okay. Though... Though... I'm not sure what it is that I do have to do. I think there's more bits to climb up there. I was thinking I had to grab onto the thing, so maybe... No, I definitely picked up the European version here. Oh gosh, don't go back down there, Eco. There is a website which shows the difference. Hang on, I did make a note of it, I think. Let me find it here. No? Wait a minute. There we go. There's a list of changes because of the difference in time. So let me just get it on the screen here. Let's go to the important part that we're looking at here. Yes, this is the bit. Sorry, you won't be able to see it at the moment. I'm just making sure it's the right thing to put up. And then once Edge wants to play along with us, here we go. Obviously I'm in a different place to this now, but you should be able to see the difference here. We kind of came up to a bit that had like this broken bit at the front, but on the US version you could just come up some stairs and just jump straight up onto it here. And so yeah, you can't do that jump, so you have to go around the back to climb up like we did. But in the US version you can just jump on the front there. But back to the game. Yeah, I mean, it's like I couldn't figure it out. It says just like jump up the front and whatever. It's like I don't know how to do that. Can't see a way to do that. Okay. There's something else over there. Hang on, can I... What is that over there? Interesting. Is there a different way to go? Is there another way to go? Okay, well, it is indicating, I think, that I need to get up there, and it is indicating that I need to do some kind of gymnastics to do that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No, I got the buttons mixed up before. My hotkeys. I think there's a difference between the save and load. Let me just find this out. Make sure I'm pushing the right buttons. Yes, save is 1. Just to save people time. Because I don't want to waste people's time here. Save is actually F1. I pushed the wrong one last time. And so it didn't do it. In thinking this is the way. Well, let's find out. Uh-oh. Ah, you end up in the water. Well, that's good. But yeah, as I was pointing out the version differences here, we'll be able to see from here. See, this is like this, where if I click on the window here, you'll be able to see, obviously it's got this broken off bit at the front here, and in the other game you could have jumped up here because there were some stairs that came up in front of here. If I go over to browser, you can't see a new game. Oh, hang on. Here, am I now pointing at the right part? This bit that's broken off right here, and this is all broken down here, would have had some stairs coming up to the top here, so you'd be able to jump from here up to there. But in Look. This version, you can see this is what we have here, the PAL. This is PAL and US, but it's kind of like smaller. I don't know how to make it bigger. But yeah, you can see this bit is the bit that's broken off and the stairs are all destroyed here, but here in the US version we got to the stairs here just going straight up, so you can just jump straight up there. So, back at it again. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that it's a very important change, but, you know, as I said, when I was looking up online how to do it, it's like just climb up the windmill. It's like, but how do I climb up the windmill? How do I do that game? Okay, we're not doing that way. Eco. Thank you. No, that's wrong. It's annoying how sometimes I get my buttons muddled up. Oh yeah, I want to climb up here, don't I? I don't want to go around the front at all. Ah, right, okay. Hello, Cricket Mantis. They haven't seen you here before. I hope you're having a good day. But yes, I said I'm sure I've got to jump for it. I'm reasonably sure I've got to jump for it. Or maybe I've got to, I don't know. Let's try and jump for it, shall we? No. Let's go over here and have a look at the windmill. Because obviously I could go down there, but I don't think that's going to help us all that much. And there's not much that there is to do past that point. I mean, I can see there's a ledge there. Let's have a look. Oh gosh. Let's look from over here. See if there's anything around. Oh gosh, camera, please. If there's anything around the back that I might be missing. Camera, please. Yeah, I don't think there's anything around that side of it. Let's have a look. Over here. So yeah, I can get up to there. Maybe... I don't know. What are you doing? Yeah, I know about that part, Yorda. I've already done that part. I know, I'm aware. Oh gosh, no, this is way too close now. But there is a ledge around the back, but I don't know if that's going to help me go upwards. Oh. Yeah. Oh gosh, hang on. Wait for it to move slightly. Are we just exactly in the wrong place here? Hang on. I think we're in a better place here now. I mean, it does certainly look like it. I mean, on that side of it, because on this side of it you couldn't grab because there's the sails there, but on that side of it you possibly could, though it is a little, oh gosh, awkward. But then it's quite high up from the position that I was at, isn't it? So I'm not sure. Yeah, where's the bit I need to go to? I know, I see. We've got the stairs here. I know. Calm down. Is there? Just... What now? I can see you. I'm very impressed. So the thing is, I can see that there are ledges. She can't stop until we've done it, oh dear. And I don't know if this is actually going to help at all. Though it's strange that I can come up this way as well. What are you doing, Eco? It's an awkward angle as well here. It does seem a lot higher than what I would be able to do. Unless I jump grab hold of... The limits of programming. Yeah. I may have to actually do a little bit of a looking up of the exact way to do this, because it's a little bit... As I said, though I did manage to figure it out from whatever guide I found which actually told me to do it, or I was like, oh, this guide is wrong. I did find out the guide was wrong, and there's a difference. So... Can I grab hold? No. There's nothing much around the back of it, though, is there? I am not using any guide at the moment. I'm just using my memory of what I did when I played this the first time. Obviously, it's full of holes. Because it both looks like I can and I can't do this, doesn't it? Even though I'm pretty sure... Yeah, so you can't just jump up there, but... Okay, so these bottom parts line up with... Gosh. The bottom of that, but I can't jump off that. And these bits up here, obviously they line up more with the thing that's spinning them round, or the thing that's holding them while they spin around, since it's a windmill. And there's probably a lot of wind coming in off the sea over here. Oh gosh. Sorry about that if that's bad for you, anybody. So I'm pretty sure I remember jumping on the windmill. Pretty sure I remember doing that. I mean, the actual sails. Pretty sure I remember doing that. And then again, my memory could be rather faulty. Oh gosh. It's not giving me a good view here. There's going to be a very good view here. But and the strange thing is you can come down here. And fall off. Ah. You can see why I was stuck on this for a while, and how the guide not actually describing things properly wasn't helping me. But yeah, the guide I'm talking about there was one I found, probably GameFAQs or something like that. Going up, please. Up again. I mean, there's a certain amount I'd like to be able to figure this out for myself. No. Eco just doesn't want to do that. Does seem to be lining things up a lot better right here. But as I said, that's where it's horizontal. Sometimes I do give up and just look at guides and or get somebody else to be the helpline for me, but sometimes I can just be a little bit stubborn about these things. Can we grab? No. Now, Yoda, can you perhaps be a little more specific for me? Be ever so nice. That is my character's name. Eco, indeed. She is doing her best. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember. And it really doesn't look like there's any other way, does there? It's just pretty perfect. Apart from the fact... I wander off here slowly. Hopefully this will give me a different perspective. A suggestion. I don't know. Grab. Well, this is not working what I'm doing, is it? Where's the stairs? And you're looking entirely the wrong way here now. And the stairs. So the stairs don't help. Here... Oh gosh, camera please. Okay. I just need a better kind of angle or idea. I mean, these bottom bits definitely look like you can grab hold of them, but then I don't know how you'd get around. Or maybe you do. It's definitely not close enough just to reach over. It just very much nicely lines up at the top there. Can I get a much better view here? I mean, it depends if I can clear that fence, doesn't it, really? If this is the right way, but then, again, There really doesn't look like there's any other way, does there? And camera moves. And this is the most straight on we can get. We can see from that little platform that I'm going to be on there, the sails are at quite an angle still while I try and get over there. Unless I'm trying to be going to those, which they line up quite nicely, but I don't know. If there's a ladder there, certainly I could jump from that, but it doesn't seem to work so well when you don't have a ladder there. And yeah, to get over, oh gosh, here we go. So the bridge to go up there. Oh, please, please hang on to the Yorda doors over there. Ah, you can kind of see that in the middle of the screen in the background. That's kind of the slope we'd need to go up, and presumably that's where we disembark. After our sailing trip, ha 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 ha. Hello, Yorda. West. Is it possible you can maybe look at some kind of guide and make sure it's for the European version? Are you able to do that for me at the moment? That is not the way to do it. Because all I want you to do is have a look at it and see if I'm doing roughly the right kind of thing. And give me a yay or a nay. And to anybody else who may be watching, I'm only asking help from West here. Because it doesn't give you a good view here, but it really does give you a good view here. What's confusing me is there's that kind of way down. My timing is just off, okay. Well, there we go. Thank you very much, Wes. Just give me that little... I've been on the right track, that's good. And now I have to somehow... Oh, Eco, why? Eco, why? Eco, why? So yeah, you can see why I have previously been stuck on this puzzle for a while. Eco just like dropped off at the top there, I think. It reorients you. Can I just jump off? There we go. Let me just put a quick save state there. Though I'm not sure I'm going to need it. Right, okay, thank you. And there's a concrete sofa up here. Nice. And a burb. Hello, burb. Yeah, I mean, in that particular situation, he does that, but in other situations, he didn't do that when he was, like, hanging on to other things, so it's like... Oh, that's why I was confused. Hang on, I can go down here. Why would I be able to go down here? Don't know. That is... I assume the bit that extends out. Which is my use button. I'm going to the wrong place. This is the place. Yeah, I obviously from the previous part I was in, I noticed him doing it on a chain. I notice there's a little bit of like a gap situation going on here. I noticed, Bridge, that somehow we've ended up with like a kind of gap here. And I'm not sure my friend Yorda is going to be very happy about that. Hey Yorda. You can stop yelling at the windmill now. It's not a giant, ha ha ha. Gosh. It's a bit dangerous, Yorda. I mean, even for me. She's gonna be like, no way. No, she's gonna do it. Yorda, please. Wow, I didn't expect her to make a jump for it. But here we go. Okay, now I do have to climb up here. Come on, you can make it. You can't? You can't climb up there. Hang on. Yeah. Gently. There's a strange maneuver there, Aiko, but... oh, sorry, Eco. Been getting it right all this time. Oh, now you can go up it. Okay. Yeah, I was like half thinking of like naming the stream like it would be written like it would be like Aiko where you go or Yuko or I don't know. But first off, it didn't really make a lot of sense. Second off, that's not how you pronounce his name. Firstly, Yorda, I know you just opened that up, but there is a very comfortable looking bench up here. And I know you find it comfortable, Yorda, because I saw you earlier, you fell asleep on it. Let's do 2, why not? There we go. So my bottom of my screen is slightly obscured by a laptop window here. Right. No. Yorda. Oh, I'll show you the top of the windmill here. See what I had to... Oh. You're probably not going to want to go over that. But look, there's the windmill over there. That's what I climbed upon him. You probably saw me from the ground, didn't you? I'm kind of doing this for both of us here, Yorda, but I'm not quite sure how... I mean... I'd say you're willingly coming along with you, but I am dragging you around everywhere, so... I don't know. Okie dokie, we're in a new place. Let's have a look around. Small room. The door on that side. I see the chain already. Is there... Ugh. Okay. There's a way to glitch out slightly over there. Oh gosh. Apparently I can't go up there. But there is a chain. Let's go up here. I always end up on the wrong side of these things. Well, wouldn't you just know it? What's this camera view for? Oh, right, this is what this is for. But you better not take my Yorda. I know. Just... Let go of the chain, Eco. Dang it. Eco, stop hitting the wall. Have at you. Gosh, perspective here. Doing me the service. No, 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 no. Come back here. Bring her back here now. It's past her bedtime. Out of it. Gosh. You really need to find some better friends here, Yorda. I mean, I don't want to sound like your mother or anything, but I know what your mother sounds like, actually. I don't think I sound like your mother at all. Anyhow, come here. Oh. Maybe these are your mother's party guests, huh? They're being a bit, rowdy, saying, "Oh, Yorda, I remember you when you were just a tiny little baby. Come and have a play. Let me pinch your cheeks and all that." And Yorda was like, "Oh, okay, I'll go along with it. They're my mother's friends after all." Now, don't get kidnapped by any shadow people while I'm up here. An island where you can stay in the old lighthouse keeper's quarters. Nice. Oh. Yorda, I'm going to need you up here. It's a shame you can't climb chains. There's a bird over here. Okay. This camera sometimes is just a little bit unhelpful. Okay. There looks like there's a way down here. Oops, looks like I fell down here. Are you through there, Yorda? Hello, Yorda. Hi, can you get the door? Perhaps, you know, you can do this magic thing with those other doors. Is there a way you can, like, do anything? You can't? Okay. Well, let's go and look somewhere else, then. Oh, gosh. Just hold your breath, Eco. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing in here, since I do seem to have fallen down into a sewer? Ah. There we go. Order! I'm going to need to probably coax her to go onto, yeah, another button or something like that. If you can just... No, in the pit. Yep, that opens up that one. And I'm imagining that if we are not standing on it, it closes. And it's probably closed right now. Yep. Yeah. Where are you? Oh, you just walked around the button, did you? Okay, come back here then. Come back here. Oh, dear me. Now, on the button, please, Yorda. You're not on the button, Yorda. Yorda, please. Ugh, gosh. I don't need to see it going up and down all the time, please, game. Just stay there, Yorda. I know this doesn't look like a great situation. Oh gosh. Doesn't look like there's anything down there. Camera, please. Okay. Oh dear. Well, Okay. This is a drain. Okay, that's not the way to do it. Ah, I thought I could. It's quite hard to see it there. Yorda, did you step off the button? Yorda. I mean, it doesn't really matter so much since I'm through the door, but what if I really wanted to come back? What if that, Yorda? So that's obviously where we just came from. Yorda is now in the sewers. I'm looking out at her so very well. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, come on. I mean, surely that looks like I could go through there. Okay, maybe not then. Am I supposed to go up there? Or... Sometimes it's not entirely obvious. Visible, but... Nope, okay. Yorda, now we're going to have a problem if I want to get back to you, aren't we? No? Okay. Could I make that jump from here? Not if I don't jump. Hang on, now we get... Is this a thing we can do things with here, Eco? You can turn the valve, maybe? No, don't whack it. Oh, dear me. Yeah, up we go. Is that you, Yorda? I hope you're having fun splashing around in there. Sounds like you're having a whale of a time. Because that's just back over there. I am not appreciating exactly what it... Oh, camera. It is... I mean, it indicates that maybe I want to get up somehow. But that is a long, long way up there. I would imagine I could have gone through here, but it just, yeah. Yeah, there is a little lower than the other side, isn't it? So I don't think I could jump back. But I can easily jump up. And Yorda's down in the pit. Hang on. Hang on. I see a couple of blocks in the wall. And I see... maybe there's a way to go through here. There is. Yorda, don't do anything I... actually, do things I would do, Yorda. Because that might be a bit useful. I mean, I'm not trained in monster attacking either. All you need is a stick and a bit of fire, like in here. Can I jump up? No. Wow, nice. I haven't looked into too much of like all about the game and all that kind of thing. But I do enjoy it, and it's got a very, very nice atmosphere. And I did try to find out my copy of it. I think it's in the boxes that are behind here somewhere, but it's possibly in the lower boxes. Right, let me... Oh dear, have a look. I don't see an easy way, because it does seem like I would have to get through to the other side of the wall. Isn't that where... No. Oh, dear me. Let's go see Yorda. We have left her a little bit in a sewer. Yorda, my friend. Where are you? Got wedge. I don't know what you're doing there, Yorda. I don't know how you even got there. But let's try. How... Can you please tell me? How did you manage that? Exactly. Exactly how did you manage that, Yorda? I don't know if it helps me too much. I no idea. It's very interesting. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of like places that I may not have appreciated. That is quite a surprise. Maybe... Oh gosh, maybe... Because it does seem like I need to get through that wall in some way. Oh, come on, up we go. Yep, just stepped off the button once again. Now, Yorda, don't do anything weird, okay? I'm watching you, Yorda. I'm just curious to see what she does. I don't think she's going to do it again. I kind of like feel like I'm looking out for like a cryptid or something here. But yeah, it definitely seems probably nothing now. And the AI is self-aware. Yeah. So it does seem maybe... Oh gosh, I want to get up. Oh, please, camera, do me a favour. There, so there doesn't seem to be a way through on this side. So perhaps... Oh gosh. Yorda, if you haven't phased through a wall... No, you haven't. That's good. If you could do that, why didn't you tell me about it? It's quite useful. You stand there. I go to see if we've got anything over here we can do. Yeah, because there is... Or there isn't. Let me get up there. Perspective is playing tricks on me. There we go. Right. So, this is where we want to get her. There's a chain up there. I'm guessing I want to go over here somehow. And is it just as easy as walking over there in some way? I've got to get up on the side there. There's stairs down here. Over here, maybe? Okay. This is probably why. But then again... Oh no. I'm wondering if these things are supposed to be telling me something. Really, I kind of want to get to the other side of this wall here to be able to push things out, but this is not where I'm going, because obviously this is where we need to go afterwards. Yorda won't climb up a thing here, and there's nothing down on the top of that thing that I can see there. Which is probably why I can't climb up on it in the first place. Let's go down here again. Oof. This is just some kind of rock thing. Yeah, we're not getting a good perspective on things down here. I don't think there's anything important over here as far as I can tell. 3-dimensionally. Yeah, because this is where we came through, and we kind of want to be through there. I mean, I don't want to have to backtrack a lot. Oh gosh. I'm not very good at geography kind of stuff. I think they're way too high to get to, and there's sloped anyway. Before she gets kidnapped again. Oh. Before she gets kidnapped again, I say. Oh gosh, this is not a good situation to be in here. Oh, Yorda. Oh. Well, I think Yorda. Is she coming back over here? Genius. Oh, okay, cool. No, off. Eco, my friend here, please. Please. Be in a hurry. Thank you. Where is that monster? Come on. Oh, and here they come. Yeah. I mean, Yorda has the ability apparently to do so. So what's your capacity of knowledge about this then, Crooked Mantis? Have you just play the game a lot for like run-throughs or speedruns, or did you do any kind of work on it perhaps? If you wish to say, of course. This door. Yorda! You study it for fun, that's good. Because I have had people come into my stream who've actually been, you know, people who've like hyperfocus. Cool. I've had people come into my stream who've actually been, you know, the creator of certain games, mostly indie games. But no, Yorda, please. I say, like it's happened a lot. It happened one time and I didn't notice them. I didn't recognise them for the creator of the game. And so, oh gosh, Yorda, please, in the hole. You're not on the thing, are you? No, Yorda. Please, Yorda, do not focus. Do not follow me. Right, so she's there. I would like her to come out here, but she isn't the smartest. And if I go in there... if I go in there and stand on it, I'm going to be stuck in there if she goes out as well, aren't I? Hang on. It's really... I don't rate this thought of mine, but we will have a go. Udo watching quite on streams. Yeah, I mean, there would be like more people. Hello, Yorda. Would you very nicely? You would you? Are you pointing out a thing I just noticed? No. You're not. You do. Okay. Yeah, I imagine more than one person worked on this game. So we've got you up here now. Why did we need to do this? Oh yeah, because of the doors that are over here. Yeah. That are over here. I remember now. Yes. Here we go. Right. Is there any of those incredibly comfortable looking benches around here? No. 19 people. That's quite less people than I would have imagined, but I don't know. I suppose we're coming... I know, it's a PS2 though, isn't it? So... I'm guessing going over this way. Oh, look, there's a big lever. Well, you know me, Yorda. There's a big lever. Hang on. If there's a big lever... Is that... Yorda, I'm having problems. Ah, gosh. Yorda. This doesn't seem to be the way to do it. Okay, well, let's ignore that. Don't tell me. Please, oh, camera. Ah. Yeah. Oh gosh. And... Well, Yorda, this is me. Have tea again sometime. Gosh. Oh, gosh. You fancy a bit of this? Climbing over stuff, Yorda? I doubt it, but, you know, I thought I'd ask anyway, just in case. You might have, like, changed your mind, might have, like, built up your courage, something like that. Oop. I'm quite impressed how Eco manages this. I mean, that's almost about as wide as him, really, isn't it, that ledge? And then he manages to somehow wrap all the way around it and pull himself up. I'm very impressed with his athletic ability, or gymnastic. Acrobatic? I'll drink. Oh, I do have a thing to say. Drink. Thank you very much. sometimes reminders are needed. That's quite a pretty view up there. And oh yeah, there's that. Is that the same thing we saw before? I know it is. Look, there's a long bridge. That's possibly where we have already been, because we were on the tram ride, weren't we, or the other thing ride. Not much to see over in that direction. Let's just recenter before we decide to move. Okay. Yorda. Oh look, there's a safe thingy up here. Now Yorda, don't you go calling those friends of yours around. Oh gosh, of course, of course. Look, she's not coming out to play today. Where are you going? Over there. No, right way, please. Gosh. Don't get up yet. You have to be very careful with your moves here. I don't know how easy it is for other people to see what's going on here, but if you start swinging and try to push a different direction, like I'll start swinging down here and try to push up there as much as early as I can. Yeah, see, that's how quickly you can turn around. If anybody wasn't familiar enough with the fighting system in this, yeah, up we get Yorda. And just as another demonstration, if you like swing that way, then to stop swinging you can turn around faster, but you got to make sure not to hit multiple buttons too much. Yeah. What can I say? I'm a little trigger happy, I suppose. Yeah. Windmill. I do like the windmill. I may have said on stream before, but when I was younger, my things I want to do list had a block. I was not aware. I didn't notice it. Okay. Yeah, but my things I want to see list when I was younger was comprised of 1, a lighthouse, and 2, a windmill. And I did get to see a lighthouse when I was younger, but we never actually did get to see a windmill. But later in my life, I have been to see and been inside a windmill. So... the story has a happy ending. Oh, you gotta get over here. And... oh, this is interesting. It looks dangerous as well, I have to say. I don't think that's... going down or across. I thought this was like a thing was going to swing across. But this is just a fence. And, oh... I see something. Hang on. Very, very gently. Eco. We look over here, we see... oh gosh. Hang on. That's right. It requires that you be attacked from the back while standing still or walking. Running means you cannot block at all, so go ahead and ensure to hold the. I am using an Xbox controller here. Oh, which one? Which one's that? Gosh, I don't have a PlayStation controller easily available to check things. Hang on. Let me do a bit of a Google. PlayStation controller. Oh gosh. Which one is the circle? No, I want a picture, please. Oh, not one of the newer ones. Okay, it's where the B is here. Wasn't even listed to move in the manuals. Wow. Interactive levers. Okay. So yeah, that one there. Things and things and things and things. So let me go back to what he's saying. Required to be attacked from the back or standing still walking. The way to ensure to hold the O button and face away from incoming opponent. Okay, well I'll have to try that when I'm not, precariously balanced in the middle of nowhere. It certainly looks interesting, but I'm not quite sure from this angle at least. But it does look pretty from here, doesn't it? Oh, it's a fancy building. Very gently. Oh, very gently you go. Anything? Oh, camera, please. There's a chain up there. Why would there be a chain up there? I mean, the obvious answer is that the game was designed that way. That I'm intended, oh gosh, to make my way up there. It doesn't look like this is the way. Yeah, not good. Oh, excuse me. Is there a way up there from here? It does look a little bit precarious here. Trying to figure out. Probably been in that room. But I'm looking at it from a different angle. I always get confused that. I mean, I got confused when, I've driven or walked one way down the road and then drive or walk the other way back down the road. It's like, is this the same road? Yeah, I can't get up there. Yorda, you're being a bit quiet here. Do you have any ideas? Oh, it's not even properly connected to that bit. I thought it was like on like a bit of a track or something. Because there is that. And so, oh gosh, camera please. Thank you. Oh gosh. There is all of that around there. I see some kind of drain pipe. Leading up there. And perhaps something I can climb on up there, I don't know. Let me have a look back over here, Yorda. Oh, it's going to be over there. Oh, and there's a door there. Oh, it's a ladder. 10 minutes, okay. Yoda, 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 yoda. Da. Can you help me? Well, it'd be useful to get up there, maybe, or maybe this is where we're going afterwards. And then monkeying around over there. Actually, I've had a thought. crush yourself. I have a box. Ha ha ha. What does this do? It drops a line. Okay. Nice. Quite the purpose of it, I'm not sure at the moment, but as with many of these adventure games, you just kind of like do a bunch of stuff. Eventually, you'll get somewhere. It's not quite the way it is in real life, and I think in real life I actually have more opportunities for things to do. Of course. And down there as well. That's not... I don't like that. I don't like that. They're going to try and kidnap her and take her down there. Do I need to run to this thing to get down there quick? So that... Oh... When I say run, eco, 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 eco. When I say run, I mean, just gently. All the way down. Hopefully we'll find a Yorda down here. Oh, really? Are you kidding me? We don't have... Oh, gosh, no, wrong way. We don't have time for this. But then again, this is... They can't fly. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm doing this now. Oh. The jump button is the one I needed. Eco? Eco? There we go. Eco also cannot fly. Oh no. Well, at least we won't have to be messing around quite as much, because I have half an idea what to do. Okay, cool. Good luck with whatever you're doing. I mean, usually my streaming time is like 4 hours. I've been going for about 2 hours, and depending on how much energy I have, which is what I'll be doing. Right. Just because let's sit down here. Just so I'm kind of anticipating that maybe I won't get this right. So let us carry on here. And then the monsters come. And then the monsters come. Do I have to drop down for the monsters to come? I think I do, don't I? And then the monsters. And then the monsters. There we go. But they're non-flying monsters, are they? Actually, Yorda. How's it going over there? She doesn't seem to be greatly fussed by them, does she? They're just hanging about down there, really. Okie doke. Now we're in less of a panic about things. And we walk slowly, Eco. Slowly. Very slowly. We drop down the chain. Oh gosh, that was a bit of the sun. And we swing somewhat. Get a little bit more. And through. Here we go. Now, yeah, I thought all you nasties were down here. Gosh, they really do look like Muppets when they do that, don't they? Gosh dang it. I don't have to save Yorda now, do I? No. No, up we get Eco. Hatgill video. My bloodborne monsters alive. I don't know if I did. Is he from Polygon? Oh, hi. Cool. So I can see something here already. This is the place that I was trying to get to before, but obviously couldn't at that point. There is a Yorda up there. And really, what does this do for me? Let's do both of them. Does anybody else realise where we are? It's not the way I wanted to do it. But yeah, we're here now. How did we get $3 with every order? How did we get to where we were? I forgot. Oh yeah, we got your order through, didn't we? Okay, stairs. Oh gosh, where's the stairs? You're right, pushing boxes down. Is she around here? Oh gosh. Apparently she's all the way up there. Oh. And she'll have the elevator. Okay. Is this somehow indicating that the monsters before didn't get here, that the monsters now won't get here? And so that I should be okay to do whatever I need to do. Let's find out. Oh. Can't go over that. Which is probably a good thing, because I'd end up putting a crate down a hole, I'd imagine. If you could. No. Where are you? The other side of the wall, okay. Another chain. Yeah, it's like in real life. Oh gosh, don't do that, Eco. In real life, there'd be way more doors to get to where you needed to go to than there are here. Oh gosh, Eco. It's very nice. But we need to find our friend. Right. Yep, we're here. I thought we'd get here at some point. And Yorda, yeah, Yorda's just behind that wall there. Well, hopefully she's still there. She may have gone somewhere. In fact, where is Yorda? Oh, she's down there, is she? Okay. She's like, oh yeah, how did you even get up there? How did you manage that? You think I can? Eco. Come on, to do a power jump. No, okay. Well, I guess we're running along here then. Oh, watch out. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. And... gosh, no, up a little bit. I guess we're swinging from here then. Do I push backwards and forwards here or something? It seems to be swinging short. But we got there. Come on. Oh, there we go. Well done, Yorda, for standing on the platform. Oh, Yorda. Watch out. Great. Well, there's a chain here. Yorda, hang on while I... come to your rescue. Yorda, don't go down the hole. Yorda. Cool. You all get out of here. I mean, it's not like you're actually doing anything, is it? You're just being here. Oh, hello. I didn't think of that. I should have thought of that. Dang, Yorda. Dang, that was cold. Anyway, let's carry on. Right, what? Oh, it's the drawbridges. Oh, is this the other side of where I wanted, or where I was before? I didn't need to activate the drawbridges yet, anyway. Oh gosh, camera. Okay, there's nowhere in between the camera wants to be there. Where did we come from? Where are we going? Cotton Eye Joe, all that business. Yorda, come here. Oh, this is where I came from. Katie gets very confused about things. Directions are a myth. she did come through. Come on. Gosh, it's bright here. Oh gosh, my eyes. Wow. Gosh. Wow, it's neat. There's that there. Look at all that forest in the background as well. The forest which... I think it's slightly modelled, or is it textured? I mean, that bit of bridge or whatever in the background, that's definitely a model, I think, there. The trees kind of look a bit modelish, but I think they might be just a texture. In the sky, especially... Hang on. Gotta move my other... The sky over here, especially, looks definitely like the texture. There's definitely a seam going down the middle there. Well, these kind of look polygonish, but I think they may be just a texture. Yeah, maybe texture derived from some polygons of some trees and stuff. But is that where we came in from? Where they had a bridge go over here? Well, that's the bridge we want. Well, that's where we wanted to escape from, isn't it? Well, if the door had been open, we wouldn't have got very far, would we? Yeah, this is the courtyard where we lit all the things, wasn't it? Oh gosh. So we can go over there. I'm noticing there's a ladder as well. Up to a mysterious black thing. Do you think you'll be safe here, Yoda? I'm climbing a ladder. Okay, it's a very low polygon or low texture thing that I could somehow climb up the ladder to. I was going to try something with can you go do like a scooch down a ladder? No, you can't. I was going to do that from the top when I decided maybe that's not the best idea. Is this all this is decoration? Oh gosh. I think it is. There's another one over that way as well. And, oh dear. I mean... As I said, geography, locations, all that kind of business is not my strong point. This is a very, very pretty game, I'm sure you can agree. I mean, even in its low polygon form and low textures form, it's still very, very pretty. Yoda, do your... Oh, you're going to run through, are you? I was going to say, I noticed there's a ladder here, and I was wondering what all this was about. But I guess it's not for now. It's kind of video game design equivalent of, you know, how there's the things in old cartoons where you could see... It reminds you a bit of Dark Souls. Cool. I haven't really played much of any of that kind of game. But yeah, one of the old cartoons where you used to kind of see the kind of a lighter patch where it's like, oh, that's going to move, that's going to get, you know, opened or knocked over or something like that. Because obviously they drew it all on cells and they had stacked them on top of each other, and obviously you had a bit of fading when you looked through a bunch of cells and things like that. So anything that was on top, you could tell that it was going to be interacted with. And because it wasn't painted quite as detailed as the rest of it as well, there was also a bit of a giveaway. Okay, Yoda, why did you just run through this door? It's a very interesting thing. Yeah, Dark Souls, I think the PlayStation Plus thing when I used my PS3 which is back there currently, and not plugged in, which I really want to do so, but I don't really have a lot of space to do things at the moment like that. But yeah, so when I think of the PS Plus on there, it had, I think it was Demon's Souls. I tried playing a bit of that, but... Oh, Yorda, there's a ladder here. You can get up here, can't you? God, we're saving. Oh, we would be saving. Can we just, like, sit on here? Come on! Let's forget about them. Okay, don't forget about them. But yeah, I tried playing a bit of that. It was just like... It's one of those games just like, oh, I might come back to it later, and I didn't. And the PS Plus thing, it's not like the Game Pass. They only give you access to certain things for a month. It's how I played, oh gosh. Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah, it's like, oh, it'd be nice. Yeah, I played Shadow of the Colossus, which is kind of the follow-up to this in some ways, but it's not about Eco or Yorda. It's about a boy with a horse. Who climbs all over big animals and stuff, which is pretty neat. I'm not making any promises to play that, but it's definitely one which I would like to play again at some point. Did we... No, we haven't got them all. There's still got to be some around here, haven't there? Yeah, there they are. Oh, we're at the other side of whatever this thing is. This little beastie here is getting stuck on things. Are you playing with your pet? I mean, I don't think that thing can hurt us if it's still around. I'm sure we can save now. It is glowing at us, so maybe... There we go. Yeah, I don't have a set way of choosing which is when I go onto different save files or not. It's just a random thing. Hello, Destroy. Hope you're doing well today. Before I carry on. Right, what are we doing in here now, Yorda? Let me have a look around, actually. Start off with. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. These certainly are some objects. Oh, is this... It looks like it's missing a bit of string to be a winch to go down to this weight. I'm guessing. But that's not going to be useful for us, I don't think. Watch how it becomes the most important thing in this. It does, yes. Well, it's very, you know, very accurately represents. Hang on, did I come up? I am very confused about where I am. Hang on, what was that? Textures go, I'm quite sure what to make of things here. Oh gosh, I don't think. Hang on, let's try and run across here. Oh, we can't. Gosh, there's. Oh gosh. There's a lot of things here, and I'm not sure what's going on. Yorda? Let's go back. Well, let me go up here and have a... That's not a ladder, is it? Okay, let me not climb up the wall then. Ah. Let us instead explore elsewhere. These are some very interesting looking things. But... what is this? It's part of the pulley system here. And the pulley opens that. And this side actually does have a pulley on it. So far, I made it to here at least. I don't know how far really it is, but... okay, that's closed. I mean, I can kind of see a thing which you may be able to do here, but I really don't know why you'd want to do it. But it's what's in front of me to do. And I'll do it with aplomb. Because I am Eco, the force of destruction. I mean, I can hear something sizzling away around here. But I can't see it. You're pointing at something there. Where is this crackling and sizzling coming from? Not even... I can see there's some light here. But I don't know. Hang on. Because there's sticks down there. There's things I could possibly set on fire. So I'm looking into that alleyway. How is there light? I suppose the light is coming through the big window that's projecting this light somewhere. Big window? Did I say big window? I mean big hole in the ceiling. Okay, but I can hear a fire. Where can I hear that fire? Crackle, crackle. Is it that thing there? Which I can't get to. Hang on. There's a lift there. Interesting. And there's the fire up there. Oh, thank you very much, Chaos. Oh, and that's where we need to get to. Okay. And there's a lever there. Huh. I'm guessing Eco can make his way up there somehow. I'm guessing it's coming to these like ledges. Oh, it's around here. Where are we? Here we are. No, we can't go through there. That's not helping. Eco says, nope. Yep, Eco's definitely saying no to that, even though it looks like I should be able to climb over the walls. Eco's like, no, no, that's a dead end. Don't do that. Well, Yoda, because this, as I said, is very similar to the other side. But this no longer has its thingamajig going to the whatsamadoodle over there. And that's okay because... hang on. Yeah, there's a stone thing. Oh, that's a pulley there too. Oh gosh, this is ever so... I see something over here. Hang on. I don't know if I can get to it, but I see something. Even though the textures are kind of freaking out a little bit. There appears to be something stuck in that window, which looks rather sword-like. But yeah, so over here... Oh, I can't get through there. Because this is the side that actually has this all still attached. Which I suppose, if that's not attached, it doesn't close the door. So... this door's not being held closed because the rope isn't there. I can hear a crackling and a burning in here. This is the other side of the thing. Oh. And it's so easy for me to get lost in my directions and stuff. Yeah, and there's another thing which you can probably open over there, and there's a... I can't carry on down that way, but there is a door there. But is that the door, or a door we've already come from? And there's a drawbridge of some kind. Wow, there's just so many things. Oh no. Yoda, I can't leave you alone for 2 seconds. Where are you? Over there, being sucked into a hole. Okay. Come on out there, young lady. Yep, come on. Don't let me tell your mother what you've been up to. I mean, I think she's fine. Oh yeah, this is not a ladder. I keep thinking this is a ladder. It looks very ladder-like to me. But there is... something there? I think this is a ladder here. Here. This is a ladder. Yoda. If I'm coming down here, you're coming down here. What is this? It looks like a milling thing, doesn't it? Interesting. It's another one of these circly things. And this, oh yeah. Thought I saw this before. There is a lever over there. Oh, gosh, there's so much. I'd imagine I was supposed to be getting up to that top area. Gosh, there's so much. Yoda, do you know what this is? Do you know how to use it? If I jump down and up and down on the middle bit, does that make it do anything? That was a little optimistic, wasn't it? Seems to be a lot of dead ends around here. Please come up here. I'm not leaving you on your own. But I'm guessing that's some kind of trapdoor as a shortcut. So when I can get up to there... Up to where, though? Where's the entrance to up to there? I can see some kind of door over there, but... Yoda. Actually, it's along here. We kind of looked over there, didn't we? There's just that curved area there, isn't there? So we kind of want to get back in through that wall. There's a rope. No, that's part of the pulley, isn't it? Pulley that's not going to do anything because it's not attached to things. Gosh. I have to say, folks, I am a little stumped. Because what is it trying to tell us? I think it's trying to say burn the thing. Because this doesn't have its thing and the thing is open. So I'm sure it's trying to tell me burn the thing. Problem is I can't find a thing to burn things with. Yeah, and the sticks down the bottom are telling me burn the thing. I need... Fire is always the answer. Yeah, I need... fire to burn the thing. It'll be silly if I can just whack it. See, you can whack it. But I don't know if that's useful to us in any capacity. I think we need to burn it. And it's very ephemeral. Not in this case, wow. Please, no spoilers though, thank you. There is something that this game wants me to do, and I have no idea what it wants me to do. Please tell me, game, what do you want me to do? Tell me now, because I really don't have a clue. That's where we came from. Light is coming from a big hole. Okay, this doesn't react to me standing on it. Yoda? I know this is where we came from, Yoda, but I'm just curious. You can do ladders. I know you can do ladders, Yoda. We'll stand on this together. No, it's not. Not a weight thing. When all else fails, hit things. You have to go make food. Cool. Yoda, you can stay in the pit. sure I can climb on this, but... I can't walk through it. Eco's like, no, health and safety. I can see those big things up there. I don't want to have anything to do with them. Okie doke. Well, Eco, I happen to know that over here there may be a similar thing which doesn't have the same... But then again, there is that there. I can go through there. That doesn't seem to indicate anything. Yorda, you're usually very quite keen to point some things out. How about, do you fancy doing a little bit of that kind of thing? You want to do a little pointy for Eco? To help? Where are you anyway? You're down in the pit. Of course you're down in the pit. I left you down in the pit. Of course I didn't forget that I left Yorda down in the pit. That would be monstrous to forget. Leaving somebody down in the pit. Yorda, what are you doing? Oh, you're here, are you? What's all that noise about? Okay, Yorda. Right, we need to get... I think it was over here, wasn't it? There's the doors. So I need to get to those doors. Camera. It seems there may be a way from there, or use... Maybe I'm looking at this from like the wrong direction or something. Yorda. Right, that is not a ladder. This is not a ladder. You cannot climb up that. What else is there here? There's most definitely a lever there, but in order to get to such a thing, if I give you a boost, Yorda, do you think you can get up to that? You gonna point to things for me? Very helpful. Now you're gonna look at your elbow. Okay. I mean, elbows are useful. There we go. We can climb up onto this, which I haven't done before. Give it a bit of a whack. Though I don't think that helps much. There's like these half sphere majigs. Though, hang on, this is just down the ladder, isn't it? Yeah, this is just above this drawbridge. But Yorda, we can't get back out of here. So we really have to do something in here. Oh no. Yorda. I mean, maybe this is magical. You're magical. This is not me hitting on you as well, Yorda. Yorda, come over here. Maybe you can like magic on this or something. You got near it before, but maybe you need to like be standing on it. How about that? We drag you into the middle. Oh, there we go. I keep forgetting that Yoda has indistinct magical abilities. And not very many other abilities. Yoda, please. Can you do anything? Just one thing to defend yourself. Oh, run away. That's good. That's at least a thing. No, no flying away. Come back here, you monster. Yoda, we're not playing with them. They play too rough. Gosh. Can I pull this? Yeah. I can. It didn't seem to do anything, but maybe that's because there's monsters around. Monster, monster, monster. Oh, come on. There's more of them. Why are there more of them? Oh, gosh. Eco, please get up. Hit them. Oh, my fire went out. Oh, hang on. There seems to be a difference with these things. Oh gosh. Up we get. Save Yoda. Where is she? Being dragged into a hole. That scamp. Always being dragged into holes, aren't you, Yoda? Come on, back up here. I have a feeling they're just going to keep on coming, so we need to set some things on fire. Here we go, unless that shape thing we saw before. Cool. So now that still does nothing. Okay, so there being light did not help the situation. Please, Eco. Can we get out here? Yoda. Yoda, we're leaving. Ah, a bench. Oof. It's at 4 hours already. I suppose that makes sense, doesn't it? Oop. Yoda, please. Look at how pretty it is out there, Yoda. Oh gosh, it's very bright over there. Oh gosh, oh yeah, I can see the pretty sight. I need to actually see where I'm going. Okay, this is whatever it is. I can already see it's got handles on it. And, oh gosh, camera. if you would mind just... There's a ladder going into that, which is good, because I think I'll need to use something like that at some point. Right. I'm not sure what I'm want to be doing here. It seems maybe nothing. Can I see it from this side? Maybe I can't do anything with it at the moment because whatever is not activated. How do you feel about death lasers, Yorda? Not leaving you on your own. Come up here. Okay, this is not what I was expecting. Did I just go back in and out the same door? I feel like I went in and out the same door. I have no idea what happened there. I'm going to put down a marker here. I don't know if I'm winning. I might have just gone in and out of this door for no apparent reason. I either got confused or the game got confused or something, but I wasn't paying enough attention. I thought I went through this door, but I might be going a little bit balmy. No, this is... It's definitely what happened last time. Okay. That's weird. But we are through the door now. Okay, that's what those levers are doing. They're revealing those things. So I can set fire to things. But notably, there's not an easy way around from where this fire is to down there. Because I'd have to go all the way around. It's not a long way though, is it? Here we go. Oh gosh, no, eco, please. Just, all I want you to do is set fire to things. It's not too much to ask. There was a sword in the doors. I'm guessing the sword fell down the other way. Yorda? How do you feel about jumping down there? I'm guessing a no. She's like, yeah, I know. Okay. If if we have to do it this way, Yorda, we have to do it this way. Where's the ladder? This is the actual ladder. Here we go. Up, up, up. Yorda, if you won't if you won't jump yourself, you're coming off. Actually, that's a really good one. I will have to add a marker in order to try and make a clip of that, because that was quite amusing. If only I amused myself. Now, Yorda, come here. Indeed, but look, there's a sword. There we go. Look, I have a sword, Yorda. A sword. Well, now, it's a cage match, apparently. Which is interesting. But, I mean, I wanted to set fire to things. It's mean that it won't let me set fire to things. If I just pick this up instead, you're going to change back? It was a little bit much to ask for, wasn't it? Okie dokie. Let's do this. Yorda? Oh. What I found out before is we can't easily get back through there. Oh, this is down, I see. But I have a sword now. Oh gosh. So, hopefully. Yep, not dangerous at all. Choppy choppy. And there we go. Now, Yorda, I wanted to set fire to things. So unfortunately I have to put my cool sword down. And I think there's something over here to set fire to. No, there isn't. I need to pull a lever. I need to find a lever to pull. I'm not leaving this nifty sword out here. Come on. Let's go for this slot now. Just because we can. Right, Yorda. What is our game plan here, do you reckon? I can see that all the way through there, but nothing seems to have happened with all this business going on, does it? I feel I need to activate... I know I need to activate these things, for which I need to find some kind of lever. Towards that endeavour, I need to... maybe that lever. But there is a problem, of course, with that lever, in that it is up there. But I do now have a sword. And I've just remembered there's a thing that I could attack. And so I shall do that. Nice. You know, I'm not quite sure if fire or sword is better here. Yorda, where did you go? Up there. Okay, come here. Come here. Come on. We... My dear, have to go through here now. Now, Yoda, I'm guessing this is going to be, yeah, that's going to be a no-go. Oh, gently, gently. I think I see some things for me to climb. And really nothing to climb here. Yorda? Don't get kidnapped by any monsters, okay? You can do it, kid. I believe in you. Right. These both look very similar. Apart from maybe this one's going to be more fruitful. You feeling like doing any of this, Yorda? She doesn't look like she is feeling like it. Okay, I don't think I'm going up there. Guess. A little bit more elegantly than that. Eco would be nice, but what can you do, huh? I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this at all, Eco, so I really have no place to tell you that you're not doing this the best way possible. Plus, I have to mention, Eco is doing this whilst wearing sandals. What a brave, brave kid. Okay, I'm up here. Is there a way to get a Yorda up here? Yorda, do you fancy like maybe running up a waterfall? Well, you have to ask, don't you? You never know unless you ask. There is perhaps, though, going to be some kind of lever or other mechanism. Oh, this is not looking promising, is it? Okay. Okay, Yorda, just don't stay away from those. Okay. Come on. This is just back to Yorda. Oh no, there's a lever here. Stop it. Pull the lever. Ah, I'm up here, am I? Okay. Which stops the waterfall, yay! Okie dokie, well, let me go back through. And around. It's not fair. They give me this nice sword to play with. Oh, and I can do that. There we go. That's how you do it. You just have to use your combo moves on it. Well, Yorda, don't get kidnapped at the moment. I have some combo moves to do on these lines. They fit together very nicely, didn't they? I mean, the workpersonship here is just amazing. Okay, so we can cross over there if you want to as well. Interesting. I'm guessing that's what we're doing once we get our friend Yorda up here. Yorda! No water now. Needs some like romantic music, doesn't it? Ba 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 ba. Okay, Yorda. I'm going through here. Yorda. You know, I think the tags on my stream help, especially the way they're laid out on the stream manager that I got here. You got the name of the stream, and then you got the tags just directly under it. So you've got hand holding simulator, and then you have got transgender lesbian just under it directly. Like yeah, that is. I approve. Right, where are we, Yorda? There is a magic bridge. Is it a magic bridge because of you, Yorda? I'm guessing it's a magic bridge because of you, Yorda. Okie dokie. Well, look at that. There was a lever here somewhere, wasn't there? I think that's maybe on the other side. Yeah, I think that's on the other side. Yorda, your mysterious magic. I hope it holds out, because, well, yeah, it doesn't really bear thinking about. These... I mean, why are these even at the end here? I suppose just to give you an idea of where you're going. But practically, it's like there's already the magic bridge. Where do I need to go? In this way? No, it's not that way. It's this way. The most direct way. And yet, Katie didn't see it. Come on, Yorda. And there's a lift here, which automatically goes. It's a good job you got on, wasn't it? And there's our bench over here. Where's our bench? Yorda, where's our bench? I want to find our bench. Oh, no, this is not our bench. This is the pit, Yorda. Don't come into the pit. Our bench is over there. Yorda, hello. Yeah, you went around the sensible way. Onto the bench. There we go, you go. Okay. Neat. Resume game. Right. Now, presumably we can set fire to things now. And this is the one we want to set fire to. My stick is still there. This stick, my stick, there's been so many adventures. I have a feeling I'm going to be losing my stick soon. I may find other sticks, but this one held a special place in my heart. I found this stick when we met, Yorda. Oh. I was too busy reminiscing my fire went out. Hang on. But yes, if the last deed this stick does is get us through here, then it will be of useful, I suppose. Ooh. Now we have some weird beam of energy happening. So about those death rays, Yorda, how did you... Ah. Just the one, huh? Oh, and that mysterious low textured door opens. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go grab the sword, Yorda. I lay my stick down here. It has been a good stick. I thank you, stick. We can turn the death laser, can't we? Or maybe we can't. I don't know. But that door did open, didn't it? Do you think we can get back out there now, or do you... Well, I was going to say, do you think we can go... Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, we can definitely get through there. Yorda, jump in the pit. Yorda. Please. Okay, you're going to take the ladder down. Okay, fine. Well. Actually, after doing all that, maybe it's a good thing to save. Yorda, I know I said get in the pit. I mean, did I just save? I can't remember. It's always good to save. If you can't remember if you saved or not, it's always good to save. It's like, oh, it couldn't have been that long ago that I saved. Well, it could have been. If you can't remember... I really think it wasn't that long ago though, but still, all the same. And this is nice music. It's like steel drums, isn't it? I think I mentioned that before. It's very steel drum reminiscent. Or probably some kind of... I don't know. Japanese instrument, I guess, then? I know, where do kids in horns come from? Kids with horns, not kids in horns. We spent so long getting here. I suppose the ladder there is just to say this is how the people who... you know, would have lived here, I suppose, because it seems very empty now. The people who would have lived here would have opened up the death laser beam portal that way from the outside. Anyhow, Yorda, hold my hand. Oh. And they fly too, of course they fly. But now, you shadow demons, I have a sword. Yorda here, she's pretty much the same, but she still has her funky abilities. Which I'm really not sure exactly what they are, apart from like vague magic. But still. Vague magic is better than no magic, surely. I have a feeling I'm going to have to fight these at some point. Yeah, we can't really do climbing ladders with these annoyances in the way. Gah. You leave her alone. You... Ah. Oh no, they got her. They got her! Bring her back here. Where's she going? Which mystic portal? Dark realm? Oh, here we go. We just drag you out of this dark realm. A long way up here, isn't it? Oh, there's a bench down there. Where are they? Just standing around here waiting to get kidnapped and nobody comes up and kidnaps us. It's just ever so rude. Any more for any more? Nope, they're gone. So, Yorda, how do you feel about climbing a big ladder? I'm sure you're pretty into it. Oh. So, Yorda, are you just not doing it because I'm still on it? Come on, up the ladder. Yeah, I'm just seeing what's over here. Seeing what it's presenting to us now, and then I'll probably finish up with it for today. Because, you know, we opened up one, or we didn't necessarily open up, but we lit up one side of the gate. It's a lever? That's another sword. I mean, a sword is a sword, right? Ah, the drawbridges, of course. And where were they? Because I happen to notice we are just up here, but then again, I suppose we went up the ladder, didn't we? Okay, but remember that, Yorda, there's a sword here. It may come in useful, I don't know. Guess what we're doing, Yorda? I'm still a dream. I'm going down the ladder, but Snake Eater, you coming down? Yeah, she's coming down. But yeah, it's neat. We got like half of a door lit up. Pretty sure we're going to need all of the door lit up. It's usually the way these things go. Oh, Yorda, come on. But yes, I'm guessing the drawbridge is... Come on. Come on. Through here. I'm guessing the drawbridge is just through here. There we go. Before we go anywhere... And there's a little... walkway through there. But not over there. And there's no benches around. Yorda, before we go over the drawbridge, I need to kind of have a look and see what's over here. Hang on, we've been through here already, have we? Oh, okay, it's this place. No, don't come this way, Yorda. But we came through here then. Where did we go before? Oh yeah, I remember going back and forth through that door. We went... Oh yeah, we just went out that way, didn't we? So we haven't really found a drawbridge to a new place, have we then? This is just going back towards the old place. with my limited knowledge of geography. Which is more relative than anything else. Is this where you drop the chandelier? Yeah. Okay. Yorda, do you remember anything around here which we needed to do? Which maybe a sword would help with, perhaps. I'm guessing, you know, there seems to be two halves to this thing. That one half... Yeah. That one half, you know, we did by lighting up that there. And so... Gosh, come on. And the other one, we're going to find... I suppose the only way back is through here, isn't it? We're not going that way. Tis a bit treacherous, I say. Of course they're around. I hear you. What if we just don't, though, hey? I mean, we can just not. And what was out here? There's a bench. Guessing we're doing things over here, Yorda? I'm not 100% sure. So just in case we're not, let's put this on number 6. Yorda. Did we need a sword around here at all, do you think? Do you remember? September, or whatever it is. Is it September or November, Yorda? I can't remember. Okay. And this... Ooh, this has a pit too. September, okay. Thank you very much. What is it? Without some pits, huh? Yorda's not even... God, really, Yorda? I was beginning to think she'd just like, nah, I'm in the pit now. I'm in the pit now. I mean, you shoved me in the pit. There's the box here as well. Did we use the box? Can't remember if we used the box. I mean, I suppose we may have used the box to get up, mightn't we? I don't know. Yorda, do you remember anything? I don't remember anything. Spooky dark bridge, which looks like it's fallen down somewhat. So I'm guessing here, Yorda, we're not going this way. But, Yorda, what if we could? Well, I can, surely. You're, looking as majestic as ever down there. It's not smart to go alone and leave poor Yorda over there. Eco is quite the daredevil. Well, I was hoping there'd be something obvious here. But maybe we're going to have to do some looking around next time. because my sense of direction is abysmal. I mean, it's not like I haven't spent, you know, a long time wondering what the heck I'm supposed to be doing in this game already, so it tracks. Hey, Starly, I heard you were getting a bit of an education. Oh yeah, we can come down here, can't we? There's another thing here. I don't even know if I want to save anywhere, because I can't think of where I am and where I'm going. All the secrets of pottery! Gosh. I would make a joke, but I don't want to invoke the turf demons. But that's cool. Did you make something that's being like fired, or has it already happened? Or are you just like doing things with clay at the moment? Archaeology, ah. Does sound more like you, I have to say. Now, when we were here last, Yorda, did you remember which way we went? Is it the way we came from? I don't think it was down there. Maybe it was. Oh, it was the train, wasn't it? Yorda, I am so lost. Please, my dear, come down here. We are riding on a train again. Yorda, please, onto the track. Up here. Yorda. Thank you. I knew you could do it. What's it? Mycenaean Greece. Cool. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know the Greece part. Oh no, this is just background where we were, wasn't it, Yorda? You didn't like it around here before, did you? Bronze Age. Okay. Ah! Ooh, you're a bit lucky there. Is there anything more I can do over here? Because that's going to move the thing around. I can still climb up here. It's making a very weird noise, is it? Is it the whooshing or the chirping or... The whooshing, okay. Is it a bad noise for you? It is pretty loud, yeah. Yorda, where did I leave you? Oh, you're over there. Gosh. Well, we were over here before, weren't we? Came from there. Well, I am not sure at the moment. I am going to find out next time. I've already saved and stuff like that. And so you know what they say, when you don't know what to do in Eco, just throw yourself into a pit. Hang on. When you don't know what you're doing in Eco, throw yourself into a pit. I meant to push this button. It's going to be more dramatic that way. We will find out next time, hopefully. Hello, everybody. I'll say once again for the people who weren't here at the start. After doing a bit of a stretch. I know about this. I've watched it. It's still there. Though I do like the top. Because it's very pretty. I wanted to wear it. And so maybe I'll take a few washings to get whatever the heck this is off of here. Or maybe it's just some kind of, you know, how they have these magic, just a little bit, yeah. I don't know where it's come from and all that. Maybe it's like one of those I've seen, the ones that change colour in the sun or something like that. You know, it's changed colour with contact with a specific chemical. It's in some food. Which a while ago, yeah, because I haven't worn this top for a while because it's like I didn't know quite what to do. But maybe I should just, like, you know, just wear it and wash it on. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. Then again, it might have ended up with more interesting patterns across it. Anyhow, but yeah, so with Eco, what we're going to be doing is probably doing it again on Friday. Let me just bring up the, yeah, that's the difference in the windmill there. Where are we with schedules? There we go. So, because it is Wednesday today, just confirming that fact for myself, that is what we got on part of the screen there. The Wednesday part. So yeah, we're doing that. I mean, since you're going to be being educated at the moment, I'm guessing you're not going to be doing your Wednesday streams so much, Starly. Yeah, I did forget that you were doing this thing, but then I remembered, and then West said, this is what you're doing. It's like, ah, right. You'll not be doing Wednesdays for the next 10 weeks. Wow, okay. Okay, so obviously you can tell me in private when you will be doing, if it's important to me at all. But yeah, so Friday there, I should be back doing a bit more of this old Eco. We can be doing a lot of wandering around, I feel. A lot of wandering around, a lot of dragging Yorda to different places, saying, does this look like a good place to maybe continue our adventure? Does the sword help me here? And that we just might be doing like a, instead of today it being like a hand-holding simulator, it might just be a walking simulator next time. Might just be doing a lot of exploring an old castle, which, I mean, I know Starly would absolutely love. I have actually been exploring an old castle or two, maybe more, with Starly, so I know, in fact, indeed, that she does like such things. But if these other people, or their names at least, if you don't know who they are, if their names intrigue you, or this tale about Starlian castles intrigues you somewhat, please visit these things. We may be getting a Stars transmission tomorrow. Maybe playing a game. Depending on things. You have a TikTok now. Oh, you do, don't you? Do you have a link to that? You should be able to post it. You're a mod. I mean, it can't ban you for it, can it? Maybe it can, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter, does it? If you want to post a little bit of a link, you can do so. You're doing better today, so hopefully stream tomorrow. Yay. GG Stars. So, yeah, so we should hopefully get, there we go, a little bit of a TikTok. I am not down with the TikToks, so I don't know anything of what goes on that there TikTok. We can have a little look of it now, as long as it won't embarrass you too much. I suppose if you're promoting it right here, I imagine it wouldn't do such a thing. Oh look, I have cookie preferences. I do have cookie preferences. I prefer the gooey ones rather than whatever else. But yeah, we got a few things on here. So if you like, oh look, suggested accounts: Billie Eilish, The Rock, and Gordon Ramsay. I mean, if you like West, maybe you like them. If you like them, maybe you'll like West. But yeah, we have a number of different things here. Oh gosh, do I have to? It's just unwise to accept all, but yeah, I saw this one. Okay, maybe we don't want to be playing copyrighted music. Yes, yes. So let's not do that. You can see this one's already trying to talk to me and stuff like that. There we go. You can see like just hovering over them, kind of what's happening. This one kind of goes boop boop. I think there's more to it than that, isn't there? That's a little mouth singing thing, and this is a prompt challenge thing you've been doing. But yeah, there's that. Oh, there's another person, Rita Ora, who I'm not familiar with. So I don't know if they're anything like West or not. I mean, I know West likes to call people donkey a lot. Always when I'm around there, it's always like, you donkey, you donkey. It's just like, can't get away without West just calling you a donkey. That's a joke, by the way, if people don't know. Sometimes I do them. Sometimes I do them without telling people that they're jokes. Other times I just like to do that. Because, you know. Ah, dear. But yeah, we had a little look around Eco today. Before going there, obviously we should do donkey. Not quite that donkey, but there's definitely already been a mashup there, hasn't there? You can probably bet on it. You can probably do. Not that I do bet anyway. Now, hello everybody. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Gosh, how do you do this conversation thing? Especially when there's nobody actually talking back to you apart from in text, and it takes like 10-20 seconds to, gosh. Well, anyway, I think I've got a question there. Can you do the thing? Okay, let me find that here for you. It says it's from Starlight24, long time watcher, long time caller. Yeah. Starlight asks, which type of pottery do you like best? Oh gosh, the chocolate type. chocolate pottery. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a very popular thing, but back in good old dinosaur days, there was like this is you can go to like places and get souvenirs of like pottery and stuff like that. Now, if I was like unenlightened slightly, I would ask, gosh, since humans went around, how come pottery was around? But I obviously realised that humans aren't the only people who could have made pottery, right? Right. I mean, dinosaurs didn't really make the pottery. They're just kind of like, we're not quite sure exactly where it came from. But, yeah, you're right. It makes exactly much sense of a chocolate teapot. And you know what? A chocolate teapot makes sense. It's made of chocolate. You can eat it. You don't have to use it as a teapot. I mean, there's chocolate coins. And they're not useless, are they? I mean, if you want to try and spend them, sure, they're useless. Yeah. But if you just want to eat them as chocolate, they're nice. They are very, very nice. I mean, it just depends on what kind of chocolate's in the chocolate thing. Yeah, I suppose so. Like chocolate buttons as well. You wouldn't want to put them on a shirt or anything like that, would you? Or definitely not your jeans. You wouldn't want to do that. Oh no, that would be a mess. Yeah, and they'd pop off quite easily. Oh no, that sounds like an even worse idea. Do they make chocolate rivets too? That would be like a terrible idea. Yeah. Oh gosh. Just imagine if your jeans were entirely made out of chocolate. Oh no. You had to put them in like a cold room, or put them on in a cold room after first like spraying liquid nitrogen all over your legs to make sure that they're not too warm for you to put them on. That sounds like the worst thing in the world. Maybe not the worst thing, but not the best thing. You've got to make sure you're spraying it in the right place as well, because it might get a bit, oh no. I'll leave that thought where it is there. Yeah, so after you've got them on, you go outside to go about your day, and they just kind of melt. I don't want to carry on with the vision because I'm having thought. Yeah, I just carry on with that vision yourself if you wish to. You're telling me the all chocolate suspension bridge I bought might not be great. It might not be great for being a suspension bridge, yeah, but it's good for being chocolate. I mean, is it life size? Because that's a lot of chocolate. It's a lot of chocolate if that's life size. Yeah, and you could like eat the chocolate cables like spaghetti or the wormy sweets and stuff like that. But you could do that with like a chocolate cable. Like, I realise I'm probably not making a good example of it. It'd be more like that's a bit Pac-Man-ish. It was, wasn't it? A little bit. Yeah, I mean, if you made a chocolate suspension bridge like in like Alaska or something like that in the Arctic, then maybe it'd work. Yeah, 'cause it'd keep cool and keep solid, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know if it'd be like very structurally sound, but it certainly wouldn't melt. At least most times of the year, I think, possibly. Yeah, I mean, I think some places still get like sun occasionally and heat and things like that, don't they? Yeah, I mean, I suppose if like icebergs are melting and things like that, ice caps and whatnot, then chocolate could as well, couldn't it? Yeah, it was a good idea. It was a good dream. We were having a good old think about it, and we can have a good old think about it as well. It doesn't have to be real to have a think about it. Getting very whimsical, philosophical, something like that. But if you want to dream of a chocolate suspension bridge, dream away. And with that, I say, sweet dreams and good night. Bye, everybody. Oh dear. Tracy is a one. But there we go. That is all I think I need to say for now and such. Before I go, because I'm kind of think it's on this screen because I'm kind of proud of it. Whenever I can look at my thing that I made, I'm still working on to make labyrinths and stuff like this. I mean, I know some people weren't around, so they wouldn't have seen it earlier, but this kind of just makes like random labyrinths and stuff like this, and occasionally it moves the end pointer along a little bit because I haven't fully programmed that bit in, but it'll just make random labyrinths over and over and over. At the moment, still just, as I said, starting in the top corner because I haven't programmed it to do anything else yet, and I'm working on it. But it's pretty neat. Oh gosh, as it is at the moment. What did I do? I think I've got too many windows open now. There we go. Somehow I had too many windows open. But there we go. But yes, let me just do a quick check of a thing. Yeah, I think I don't usually do raids and what have you, but I think we might do one because, I mean, one of the reasons I haven't been doing raids is because it's like, oh no, I just like get the anxiety of talking to people and such like that. But another one is like I wasn't quite sure who to do, but we might do a little bit to... Yes, I was going to do it because I thought I hadn't really been popping by so much recently, so I thought it would be a nice thing. And they're doing a bit of Minecraft, so they're having a bit of a chill time. It actually literally says chilling in their thing. So yeah, we can do a bit of that, and then yeah, pushing buttons, all that kind of thing. Hang around, please, for a bit of a raid. I'll play some music, and after that we'll do the raid, and I will see you... Hang on, I'm not ready for this. Ah, gosh, I'm such an expert at this. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Potatoes, roast 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 potatoes, potatoes.